Welcome to the Elkhart High School West Campus virtual tour. This is the main entrance and bus drop-off for students. There should be no vehicles besides buses in this area from 7 o'clock to 7:30. And now we're going over to the parent drop-off, parent and student drop-off here. You can see you should only be going in that direction back towards California Road as we drop off students on the far east entrance. As you enter the building, we have our main office on the right-hand side. And as you walk through the main doorway, there's the counselor's office on the right as well as we enter the student center. As you can tell, much of the new Elkhart High School building has been newly renovated. Just off of the Student Center is our Media Center. This is available for individual and collaborative study, as well as researching class-related topics, reading, and the pursuit of personal interests. Also off of the Student Center is our little theater. Here we have our cafeteria, which will be laid out very differently this year as students are socially distanced, so there'll be fewer tables than there have been previously, but there are numerous lines for students to access and 3 lunches throughout the day. The B3 hallway connects us to the C wing. As we go into the C wing, this is the auditorium area that you'd enter here. There are also doors to enter on the side. This is used for large group assemblies, plays and such. We've used very scarcely this school year. On your right hand side here, we have the nurse's office and then the student welcome center. This B1 hallway takes you again to the C wing. As you enter the C wing here, the C1 hallway, all of the classes in that area are our art department. This has all as well been newly renovated. The C3 hallway will primarily be under construction on the left-hand side for a large portion of the school year. Now we pass the cafeteria on the right-hand side, going back to our performing arts area and tech service. So on the left here, behind these enclosing screens, is where you would report any service issues that you're having with your technology devices, iPads, etc. That is where that will be. As we continue back, we're going into the performing arts area, which would be our music, band, and orchestra classrooms, all throughout this area here. And that is the office as well. Heading back into the F hallways, there are still more music classrooms on the left and band, but on the right, we have our field house. On the left-hand side is the open gym where you report for PE, and on the right, there have been a couple of health classrooms there. As we continue back into the F hallway, you have your athletic weightlifting areas, as well as our athletic department and offices on your right. As you can continue back a little bit further, we have our Tubbs Gym area, which is primarily off limits to students during the school day. This is the A Hub. The student office was there on the right, and as we pass down, primarily we have on this bottom level your core subject areas: language art classes, world languages, on this primary portion here in the A2 hallway. continuing on to the A4 hallway, which also has a large number of language arts classrooms, as well as social studies. As we continue around here into the A3 hallway, as we go up A1 here, this is how we get to the upstairs, which is primarily where freshman classrooms are held, as well as science classrooms. A21 has our business classes on the left, as well as some upcoming here on the right. But as we continue walking back, we're going to get to the primary freshman hallway. There are some math classes, as well as language arts and social studies, primarily geared towards our freshman students. As we're in the A24 hallway, and this end here on our left are primarily our A27, are primarily our science classrooms there on the left-hand side. You see a lot of different hall numbers being shown on the bottom. The primary thing to remember is the A2 designates the upstairs portion of the A wing. Now we enter our ETI building, the newly constructed building, Engineering, Technology, and Innovation. For this school year, you'll have a couple of different sections that might involve our freshmen entering this building, and that would be for FACS courses, ROTC, or robotics. The ETI building, you need to walk across the parking lot. It's a separate building, the new construction altogether, an outstanding building, as you can see. There's also Elkhart Area Career Center classrooms within this ETI building. Thank you very much for joining us on this tour.